Hello guys, so welcome to today's video. Today's video is about what is marketing, right? This is going to be the first video in fundamentals of marketing series, right? We are going to have a complete playlist which will cover the basic fundamentals around marketing and what all aspects you need to know to understand all aspects around marketing, because whenever you are talking to a client and whenever you are talking to a business owner, they are not only concerned about one aspect of marketing. Say you are into Facebook ads and you are doing SEO, or you are doing email marketing, but they are not only concerned about Facebook ads or Google ads or email marketing, right? They want to explore all the channels, right? All the channels which can maximize their revenue and grow their online presence or offline presence, right? A business is not only focused about a single aspect. You might be only learning about, say, performance marketing, or say email marketing, or search engine marketing, or some particular aspect of digital marketing or of like traditional marketing. It doesn't matter. For a business, a whole marketing is important, right? And if you don't understand the fundamentals of marketing, if you don't understand the pillars of marketing, then it's not going to make a lot of sense for you, right? The lingo, the terminology which a client is using and which you are using should be same, right? And if it is not same, then you have to make efforts to make it similar, because then only the communication will be proper, right? Then only you will be able to explain what is possible through marketing, and then only a client will be able to understand like what is possible and what is not possible, right? And the reason for starting this playlist is because after this series, after this fundamentals of marketing series, we will have fundamentals of digital marketing, right? But digital marketing is a new aspect, right? New phenomena which has come in last 15-20 years, right? Since the advent of internet, right? As the internet rose to the prominence, digital marketing got more and more popular with the businesses, right? But before that also there was marketing which was done through traditional ways, right? Traditional marketing. And first we need to understand like what those channels of traditional marketing were, and what challenges those businesses and business owners used to face in traditional marketing channels and methods of traditional marketing, that they had to switch to digital marketing. And this whole advent of internet and this whole digital marketing like digital marketing framework, what was the need to create this digital marketing framework, what challenges they were facing, what they lacked in traditional marketing, and how those challenges were overcome through digital marketing, right? Then only all dots will be connected, right? So this is going to be the first video, and if you are interested in understanding all the aspects of marketing and digital marketing, stay tuned to the next parts as well, right? We will be covering all the fundamentals, because without a strong foundation, without a strong fundamentals, you cannot expect a building to be strong, right? If you want to build a solid foundation, you need to understand all the aspects, right? So what is marketing? Basically, if you go by the definition, right, marketing as defined by American Marketing Association, it's the activity set of institutions processes of creating, communicating, delivering and exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, partners and society at large. So this is the definition which has been set by American Marketing Association. Right now, what happens is AMA, which is American Marketing Association, that reviews this definition every 3 years, right? And why this? Why the need of reviewing this definition is because whenever you are whenever you are doing any kind of marketing, right, there will be some or the other developments, right? Marketing is a continuous process, it's not a one time thing. For any business, if you are doing marketing, it's a continuous process. If you are doing advertising, it's a continuous process. Because if you the day you stop marketing, the day you stop advertising, your competitors will take your place, right? There cannot, it's a like it's law of nature, you can say. There cannot be a vacuum. Something or the other will fill that vacuum. Something or the other will fill that blank space, right? So if you are not marketing, then your competitor is marketing, right? And they are winning in the business, right? So marketing is not a one time event, it's a continuous process which a business follows. And that is why, since there are new developments, there are new things which are getting introduced, new stakeholders are coming, new methods are being discovered, new ways of new channels, new ways of marketing are getting developed. That is why marketing keeps changing, marketing keeps evolving, because marketing is a process, right? Marketing is a process which involves people. And if you understand psychology, if you understand marketing, if you understand people, then you will know this thing about them, that people keep changing, right? Their method of their ways of buying, or their ways of like interacting with business might change over time. Like initially how it was, initially if you see, uh, if we look into the definition of 1935, which was given by AMA, marketing is the performance of business activities that direct the flow of goods and services from producers to consumers. As new developments happen, new terms and stakeholders are added into this definition. But is it as simple as it looks, right? It is not as simple as it looks. There is much more to it, right? For marketing as an activity to happen, there should be at least two parties involved, business and customer, right? Now we will understand this part also, but before that, if I have to define marketing in simple terms, I would say marketing is an activity of taking your product or your service to the market. And what is market? You understand what is market, right? Market is a place where a buyer and seller, business and a customer meet, right? So a process, a activity which takes your product to market to showcase to wider audience, to your masses, to your customers. This process is marketing, right? Where you take that product, you say you are starting manufacturing of, say, furniture, right? You built a factory and you start manufacturing furniture. Now people will not get to know that you are making furniture, right, until unless that furniture is showcased into some showroom, or it's showcased through some online portal or anywhere, right? You have to put an ad, if you, or you have to meet people and explain and pitch to your products, right? So this process, this whole activity, which starts after you have made the product, or sometimes people, nowadays what happens is people are not even making the product, they have an idea, they go and pitch to the investors, and they start marketing, and when they get their initial 10, 20, 30 customers, then they they get to know that this is a product market fit. We will also discuss this in some other video, that what is product market fit. We'll be covering this also in some other video. But this is also a new age way of doing marketing, that people are not directly making the product, they have an idea, they take it to the market, right? And what is idea? Like, what is product? What product you are seeing today was idea someday, right? Was yesterday an idea, today it became a product. So this process of taking your product to market, this activity of taking your product or service to market and pitching to your potential customers, which are prospects, that they might be interested in your buying your product. So if any product which you are going to pitch to market is not going to be purchased by everyone whom you are pitching, right? Say I am say I am pitching, say, furniture only. Let's take example of furniture. I am taking the furniture and I am showing it to, say, 100 people in the market. Are all 100 people going to purchase from me? They are not going to buy from me, right? Only people who are interested in buying those furniture, who are actively looking for that furniture, are going to buy from me, right? So that is the whole process. Market is basically a platform, you can say a platform where buyer and seller, a business and a customer meets, they agree on certain terms and conditions, and then the deal happens, right? If you have to simplify in the simplest terms, marketing is this, right? Now for a marketing as an activity to happen, there should always be minimum two parties involved, right? Minimum two parties. First is business and second is customer, right? If we look into this, if we look into this and we take these two parties, right? First is business, advertiser, marketer, right? So as a business also, you can advertise and market your product, or you can hire an agency, you can hire someone in-house, or you can hire someone and they will be marketing for you. So this is one party, right? This is one party, either business or someone in the behalf, someone in behalf of business, who are doing the marketing or advertising for a product which is made by business. And on other end, there will be a customer, a client, or a partner which this business is actively looking for, right? So I have taken the example of furniture. Let's take the example of, say, food and beverages, right? Say I'm making a Pepsi Cola, right? uh, Pepsi, let's take the example of Pepsi Cola. I'm a new brand which is coming up with an idea of uh, a soft drink which is similar to Pepsi, right? Now what I can do is I have to find a way to market this product, right, to advertise this product, to showcase it to the market. Then only people will understand that there is an alternative to Pepsi, right? If I have to introduce something which is similar to some other product, right, it might be like hard or it might be easy, it can be both, but it has to be put in front of market, then only I can expect it to be brought, right? Now what are the channels? There can be different channels, right? But I will have to advertise and I will have to market that product. I cannot just manufacture and put that product in my cold storage or in my inventory in my warehouses and then expect that people will come out of nowhere and buy from me. It is never going to happen, right? So a business will make a product and then it will advertise, and the customer, when sees that ad or when sees that product in the market, like say you are going to supermarket and you always used to buy Pepsi or Coca-Cola, but now say you have seen this XYZ drink which is from a new manufacturer and it might be with some offer, or it might be some of some different flavor which you might be like interested in trying, right? In that case you will give it a try, right? You will buy a product which is made by me, right? So this is the way of taking your product to market, and then if your customer sees it and they are interested in giving it a try, then they will buy from you. So for a deal to happen or for your marketing, like for a business to succeed in marketing, this is the whole process, right? We will also cover all other fundamentals also. Like this is not all, this is a basic understanding regarding marketing. Now if we talk about 4 P's, right, 4 P's of marketing. So this concept of 4 P's, it is a very famous concept. If anyone who is active in marketing or who is even trying to learn, so even if you go to B school or something, you will get to know this whenever you are understanding or you are learning marketing. These 4 P's of marketing is very famous concept, and it was given by E. Jerome McCarthy in 1960s, right? So the 4 P's of marketing are basically four uh, pillars, you can say, like 4 P's of marketing that which are most important, right? So what are those 4 P's? Those 4 P's are product, price, place, and promotion, right? Now we will understand one by one, right? Let's start with the product, right? So what is product? Now product can be anything, right? It need not to be only like physical product, right? Services is also a product, right? It's a offering, right? Experience can also be a product. So product is something which a buyer is willing to buy and a business is selling, right? Anything. So if you are selling say movie ticket, right? Movie ticket is a medium to watch movie, but what you are selling at the end is experience, right? A person is coming to your theater and they are willing to pay 500 bucks or 700 bucks or 1000 bucks to watch a movie. They are willing to spend that money on experience, right? So what is your product here? Your product is experience here, right? You can say the movie is product, but movie is not a product. Like if I'm watching a movie, I cannot hold something, right? So people can debate that anything which is physical can be called as a product, but what I cannot hold in my hands, what I cannot feel and hold with my hands, how can it be termed as a product? But here a product is experience, right? Then there are services, like anyone who is providing any kind of service, like say plumbing, right? A plumber who is providing a service as plumbing, there is no product involved, but it is also a business, right? A business owner is running a business of plumbing and anything which requires fixing of like fixing in your bathroom or anywhere, or your kitchen or anything, and it requires the work in the pipelines and all that, the fittings and all, then the plumber is involved. So plumber is providing that service. Similarly, carpenter is providing the service of carpentry, right? Now they are building furnitures, they are making furnitures and all those things. In that case you have a product as a furniture, but the service he's providing of making a furniture is a service, right? So you can directly buy a furniture as well, and you can hire a carpenter to build that furniture. So that service is again a product, right? It might not be like you cannot hold that product in many of the cases, but again it's a business only, and it's an offering from the business, right? Then you can say place. Now if you go to museum or something, and there are tickets involved, right? You have to buy a ticket to go to an art museum or science museum or some old heritage museum, all those things. It is also a kind of experience, but this experience you are going to have after going to a place, right? And then a property. So property, again, if you consider a home as a real estate, if we understand, like if we take real estate as a property and if we take home as a property, can you consider as a product, right? So product again has its own definition, but again a property is also the part of business. People buy and sell properties, right? So it is also an offering. Then again, organization, people buy and sell companies, people buy and sell different organizations, right? Then information is also a product, right? If I'm a business owner and I'm looking for some particular information about some particular set of target audience, I'm looking to, like you might have seen, a lot of people are interested in getting data, right? Like a lot of stock market companies and all those are looking to target people who are actively investing in stock market. What is this? This is data, this is information, right? So if you are looking for a list of people who might be interested in buying real estate projects, who are interested in buying cars, all these things, like whenever we are running Facebook ads, our whole agenda, our whole target for lead generation campaign or engagement campaigns is to collect information, to collect data, right? So what is like product here? It is a data, it is information, is a product, right? And for that information, for data, we are paying Facebook, right? Those people are already there, but we are paying Facebook to collect that information, to collect that data about our target audience, right? So anything which is which is packaged into a product and which is perceived of value, right? If I am a customer and a business is selling data and information, that data and information is very valuable for me, I will term it as a valuable. I will term it as valuable. It might not be valuable for others, but it will be valuable for me, right? And if I perceive value in it, if I see value in it, then I will pay the money which has been asked in exchange of that product. And all these things which we have written here are products, right? Or services, anything. So let's take example, right? Like Mercedes. So Mercedes is a car company, and whenever you hear about Mercedes, right, you get a certain image in your mind. Like Mercedes makes luxury cars and mostly sedans, so it's famous for its luxurious sedans, right? Similarly, if you hear Volvo, right? So whenever, so what is a successful marketing, right? If you have to answer like what is successful marketing and what was a successful marketing campaign, so any marketing campaign which hit its audience well, and it was able to deliver the message end to end, right? The whole process of marketing and whole agenda of marketing is to deliver the process end to end, right? If I am a business owner and I have made a particular product having something or the other in my mind, right? I had some like say some pain points of a customer or some experiences which were shared by people, and they thought and they shared that I feel there should be a product for this, right? So how, like if we think about Mercedes, how Mercedes must have started building these luxury cars, sometime or the something or the other might have happened with the person who came up with this idea, or they might have got the feedback from their existing customers that whatever cars you are making are not luxurious enough, right? There might be something or the other like incident which might have happened, and that might have led to the people inside Mercedes to design a car which was luxurious, right? To come up with a luxury sedan idea or luxury SUV idea, something or the other might have happened, right? You can call it as an invention that it improved over product. A product evolves over time, but then there might be someone who got this idea that we should be building luxurious cars. Now, how that idea came? That idea must have come after they face some challenge, right? As they say, necessity is the mother of invention, right? So, how that idea came? How that idea like got into someone or into that team's mind who started building, who started making this sedans? They might have faced some or the other challenge, right? And they felt a need that yes, obviously there is a need for a luxurious sedan, there is a need for luxurious cars, and that is why we should make this. So they came up with the idea and they built a luxurious car inside a Mercedes. And when Mercedes brought this car, then other brands also followed it, right? So marketing is basically a product, and essentially marketing is about a product, and you have to highlight what value it adds to into your life, right? So if you hear about Mercedes, you understand that yeah, Mercedes makes luxurious cars and luxury sedans, and if I have to buy a luxury sedan, I will go to Mercedes. Or now there are a lot of brands, but I've just taken the example of Mercedes here. There are a lot of brands, like there is a Porsche, there's a Rolls Royce, and there are different cars, right? And but if you hear about Rolls Royce, or if you hear about Mercedes, you first thing that comes to your mind is luxury, right? Similarly, if you hear Volvo, what comes to your mind? You, every time you hear some name of some brand, you get image. You get a rough image about it. So if you hear Volvo, you get this image that Volvo makes the safest cars, right? So essentially, it's about positioning, right? Volvo positioned itself as a brand which makes most safe cars, right? Safest cars. Its priority for its customers was always to provide them the safest car, right? So when I am looking for a safest car, I know that Volvo is there. Right now, there are a lot of developments and a lot of lot of companies. Almost all companies are mandated by some or the other rules and regulations that they have to follow these many safety, they have to follow these regulations, and they have to include these safety features like these airbags and all. Earlier, this whole concept of airbags, and you will search about it, you can easily search about Volvo safety whole campaign which they run, which they ran in like 60s, 70s, 80s. They built all these features, right, which were later mandated by other companies. These all inventions are done by Volvo, like the airbag and a lot of features like seatbelt was actually invented by Volvo, right? You can search about it. So and much later, these companies, like other competitors of Volvo, got to know and realized that they had this realization that safety is not only the safety is not only which should be provided by some particular brand. Safety is something which everyone will require, right? If I'm spending say 50 lakhs or 1 cr or 2 cr in a car, I will expect that car to be safe, right? Even if it is I'm driving it at 150 kilometer per hour or 200 kilometer per hour, I will expect some sort of safety. That is why the NCAP rating and all those things happened, right? So that marketing campaign will be deemed as successful, which is able to send that messaging across, right? So if you are selling, see, now consider yourself as a business owner, right? You have come up with an idea of a hair oil which helps people regrow their hair in just 7 days, right? Now, this is a product. Now, there are a lot of hair oil brands, right? But no one guarantees this that their hair oil will help people regrow their hair in 7 days. But say you have come up with some magic formula or magic uh, secret formula, right? Secret formula which will help people regrow their hair in 7 days. Now, this is something which is called as USP, right? Unique selling proposition. Your like Mercedes USP is luxury cars, Volvo USP is safety. Your hair oil USP is you help people regrow their hair with your hair oil in just 7 days. Now, your campaign will only be successful if your audience understand this and gets to know that whenever you are running the campaign, you are running an ad, you are putting on a banner, you are running it on radio, television, wherever. The most important highlight is regrow your hair in just 7 days. So whenever people are thinking about hair fall and they are looking for product to buy for hair regrowth, your hair oil brand should come first in their mind. That is how you register brands in people's minds. That is the whole process of marketing. Like whole end goal, whole agenda of marketing is to register that brand, register that business so deeply in your prospect, in your customer's mind, even though they are not purchasing from you. But whenever say I'm not purchasing Mercedes today, right? I might not have enough money to purchase a Mercedes, right? But if someone asks me which is the most luxurious car, which is the most luxurious sedan available in the market, I will go for Mercedes. I will suggest them Mercedes. Why? Because that is the perception they have created. That is the positioning they have created, right? Even if people are not purchasing from you, but you have to create that positioning, that whole value which you are going to add to someone's life, that should be very clear. Once that is clear, your 90% job is done, right? Rest is just placing your product right in front of your customer, right in front of your prospect, whenever they are going to buy, in the right places. We will cover this also in the four P's of marketing. One is place as well. So, and then they will buy it, right? That is how the positioning and all those things of marketing happen. Now, next in the four pieces after product is price, right? So, if we look into the price is basically the amount of money customer is willing to pay to obtain a product or service, right? Now, pricing isn't independent. Pricing cannot happen independent. Like, say, if I have created a car today, right? Mercedes is also making cars, and I also decide to make cars, right? And I might be like providing same features as Mercedes is providing, and say Mercedes is selling its car for 1 crore rupees, and I also put that price on my car as 1 crore. So, will people be willing? Are people going to be willing to invest that amount of money in my cars? I don't think so, right? You know the answer. If you are making a similar product to some established, say you are making a phone, right? And you make a very like high performance and with lot of features, you add lot of features, good camera and all those things, and you introduce like you add those features and make a phone, and you which is like as good as say Apple iPhone, right? And you position it next to like as a competitor and an alternative to Apple iPhone, and whatever pricing Apple is demanding for its iPhone, can you demand same pricing from your customers? You cannot, right? So pricing is never independent, right? Pricing will always happen according to what all products are priced in the market. Pricing is relative, not absolute, right? My whole idea of explaining this is pricing is absolute, not absolute, but relative. If I have to introduce a car which is luxurious car and which is a safe car, and I am demanding the same price as Mercedes, people are not going to buy from me. The reason is I am not an established player in the market, right? People are willing to buy one People are willing to buy the Mercedes for 1 CR because they perceive value in it. And how that value has been perceived, how people perceive that value, because Mercedes has been in market for like 50 years, 100 years. I don't know exact number of years they have been in the market, but say 50 years, 100 years, and they have delivered on the promise they have made. It's not like uh, tomorrow I just start a brand, I start making any tall big claim, and then I expect people to pay for my product. It's not like that. Marketing is not a magic wand, as a lot of business owners think, and a lot of people think that marketing is, I will make any product, and even if that product is crappy, I will just take it to market, I will put into Facebook ads, I will put into Google ads, I will hire influencers, and then my product will, the sale will skyrocket. It might be it might sell for some time, like people who are interested in giving it a shot, they will buy from you, and then after that, what will happen? After that, the feedback will go, right? People will put on the reviews. Now, in this age of digital marketing, anyone can record a video of 1 minute and 2 minutes and put on a review on online, and they will also tag you, right? So, in you know the like massive reach these platforms have, like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. These platforms have massive reach, and one thing leading to another. It will not take long for your brand, for your product to lose its shine, and your like whole reputation will be a sham, right? You will not be able to recover it after doing a lot of PR, because once person has uh, seen that, once someone has lost trust in your brand, lost trust in your product, once you have lost that trust from your, once you have lost that credibility from your customer, from your trusted customer, then there is no going back. Similar thing happened with Byju's, right? We'll make some day this case study on Byju's, how Byju's couldn't reinvent and couldn't get back from the, from the struggle put it it got into, because what they lost was, they lost the credibility, right? When you are new into the market, and people don't know about you, you can do all kind of things, but don't think that you are invincible, right? The day any business owner thinks that their brand and their product is invincible, they are invincible, they will do anything, and they will be able to cover it through PR and a lot of other means. It will not happen, right? your the karma is real, right? Your deeds will catch up with you some or the other day. It might take some time long, right? Byju's also didn't finish in 10-15 months, right? It was a journey of like almost 15 years, right? So at some point, if you let this thing get into your head and you think that you are way bigger than your size, and you let these things happen, then obviously you will not be able to retain it, whatever you have achieved, right? So pricing is not absolute, pricing is relative, right? Pricing will always happen in comparison to others. So a lot of people say that don't compete on pricing, right? uh, don't think that you will be like, don't position yourself as something as cheaper, a cheaper alternative, or something as premium to something, because pricing will not be only the differentiator. uh, I beg to differ in this for different reasons. Like, I don't agree with this thing that pricing is not the only differentiator. There are markets, right? If you talk about Indian market is a price sensitive market. Here pricing is very very big differentiator. I don't know about other markets, right? But in Indian market, pricing is a very different big differentiator. If you say that pricing is not going to make any difference if I am also selling my car for 1 CR, and other person also selling car for 1 CR. Say Mercedes is selling car for 1 CR, and they are positioning themselves at a luxury car, and I'm also positioning myself as a luxury car company, and both are going to get same 1 CR from the customer. So it's not right? Because either person sees that value, either person perceives that value in your brand, or you lose your market. There are no other ways, right? Business though is an infinite game, but it is not like you can ask any amount of money and people will be willing to pay you. First you have to build that trust, that credibility, that if you are claiming that you will provide luxury services, luxury brand, you are a luxury brand, you are providing luxury cars, then you have to establish that trust. You have to establish that through your service, you have to establish that through your product. And once your credibility is established over 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, then that price you can even, if a customer trusts you and they perceive value in your product, you can even demand a premium pricing, right? Rolls Royce is much more premium than Mercedes, right? Why is that? Because Rolls Royce has positioned themselves in that way, right? So every, like, iPhone demands a premium pricing from their customers. Why? Because Apple has positioned that product. Apple has positioned that phone, that smartphone, in such a way that customer sees value, even if they are asking to spend like 1 lakh, 1.5 lakhs, 2 lakhs. Those, that amount is also fine for a person, right? It's basically like 2000, $2500, $1500, and people are willing to buy that, right? People are willing to buy because they perceive that value. So that value, the perception of your product, the perception of your brand should resonate with the customer, right? You are claiming that I'm a luxury brand, providing luxury, but if your product is not matching with your claims, you will fall flat, right? So you don't have to do that. Make sure you don't make false claims, right? Marketing is not about false claims. Why MLM is so such a negative term these days? MLM, multi-level marketing. Why is it? Because they make false claim that you will start with 10,000 and then you will become silver, gold, diamond, and whatnot, platinum and ruby and whatnot, and then you will make millions and millions and billions, and you will become next Ambani and Adani and all those kind of things. And it never happens, right? The person who is explaining those things are, he himself is riding splendor, right? He himself is riding a 70-80,000 rupees bike or a scooter, and he is making claims of making you a millionaire with a BMW, and also obviously you will fall flat, right? So at least whatever claim you are making, have, at least there should be some basis, right? There should be some premise of that claim. Otherwise your product, your business, your marketing campaign, and your whole intention of, like, whole activity which you are trying to like gather inform, like trying to showcase your product and gather customers will fall flat, right? You will not get anything, you will not gain anything. Simply you will lose the trust, you will simply lose the credibility, and your whole budget of marketing and all those things will also fall flat. You might have seen a lot of people making those false claims and still getting some customers, but that happens rarely, and it's not a permanent thing, it's a once in a while thing, right? It's a rare event which is not like again and again replicable. And there's no reason also to replicate it, right? So this was all about pricing, right? Now if we talk about third one in these four P's, it's place basically, right? So place simply refers to the location, distribution channels used to deliver the product to the customer, and yeah, deliver the products to customer, like a shop, departmental store, mall. Also the locations to manage the inventory like warehouses. So basically if you are making a product, or even if you are providing a service, or like entertainment or experience or events, anything, there will be a location, or will be a distribution channel to deliver it, right? If someone has to watch movie, they will have to come to theater, so that's the location. If someone has to buy, say, biscuits, or say some snacks, they will have to go to the local shop or distribution, like departmental store, or somewhere in the mall. They have to, if they have to buy a lot of grocery or some lot of things, similar kind of stuff, they have to either go to shop, departmental store, or a mall, nearby mall, right? So that is basically a distribution channel where you put your product, people come there, and people showcase, like you showcase your product and people buy from there. This also covers the warehouses where you store your products, and which is like warehouses, right? Because not everything can be put into the a shopping mall, or on a departmental store, or a local shop, right? There will be a limited space available, and mostly you will be putting those products which are in the most demand. Once those products are getting sold, then you are going to replace them with new products, right, which you will be storing somewhere. So that place is also important part of marketing. Now if you take example of Amazon and Walmart here, Walmart has huge physical stores where they store most of the products. Now this is also one aspect of marketing. Why departmental stores are so successful, and why these retail stores make a lot of money, right? Basically they are not doing anything. If you go into the local shop, it is also having some kind of products, some of the other similar products. And if you go into the like Walmart kind of store, or a big departmental store, right, there are a lot of like Target, this Walmart, and there in India also there are like Big Bazaar and DMart and all those kind of retail stores. So what kind of like products they have? They have similar kind of products which small shops have, but they have it at much larger scale. They have at like multiple other brands also. Like any, they also have their own brands, right? Walmart has its own brand for a lot of products. So they, what they do is basically they source products from these manufacturers and these suppliers, and they basically white label it, and they add their logo, add their brand, and they sell it as well. Walmart and Amazon also does the same thing. Amazon uses Amazon Basics. They also source product from white label manufacturers, contract manufacturers, and then they add their logo, add their label, and they sell it as Amazon Basics. So basically, these why these retail stores are so successful is there is a whole psychology, there is a whole science behind how you have to showcase your product, how you have to position your products, which row will have what kind of product, right? If you have ever been to a shopping mall or a departmental store, and I'm very much sure that you all might have been to one of those, you might have seen that whenever you enter, there is certain kind of products stacked. Then when you move to another row, there will be certain kind of products which are stacked. So if you have seen this thing clearly, you will see that all the snacks and all the like chocolates and all these kind of candies and all these kind of things are stacked in the lower lower rows, right? And on the higher rows, on the upper rows, in the there will be snack, like there will be grocery items, and there will be detergents and all those things. Why those candies and biscuits and all those snacks are stacked in the lower rows? Anyone has any idea? So basically the reason is that kids, right, kids are not very tall. So whenever a kid is coming to that store, they will be like demanding from their parents that I have to buy this candy or that chocolate or something. Because if you keep it higher on the on the upper rows on height, those kids won't be able to reach. So whole purpose of like putting those products are stacked in such a way that someone who's coming and who is watching these, who is having a look, they must be so tempted that they purchase it, right? Even though they are not having the requirement. So that is the whole agenda, that is the whole point of marketing, that showcase your product in such a way that a person who is having need, and even if they are not having need, and it, because there are a lot of products which are aspirational in nature, right? So I had something in my mind that I will buy next time I'm going to go shopping. And this time when I entered this departmental store or this mall, I first thing which came to my notice was this product, right? So that is the psychology, they play with your psychology, they have this whole plan laid out, and they will be stacking those products in such a way, right? Now if you talk about Walmart, they will have so many brands, so many products stacked in different rows, right? And they will showcase it like in a manner that you are tempted to buy those products, right? So, and it also solves one other problem of people, that if you have to buy say 10 things, and 10 different shops have done those 10 different things, then you have to buy those 10 things from different shops. Now a lot of time will waste from going to one to another shop, right? From one shop you are buying say XYZ thing, then another XY thing you buy from there, Z thing you buy from there. So there will be a lot of there will be a lot of wastage of time and efforts, and you will not be able to even source all those things maybe in one day, right? But if everything is provided under a single roof, like what Walmart is doing, or what another retail store is doing, big retail stores like DMart, they are providing all the necessary things within that same store under one roof. So you have this idea, so that is the positioning they have done, that whenever you are coming to Walmart, be very be very confident that we are going to provide all the things which you need, right? You don't need to go to different stores, you don't need to go different uh, shops to purchase these products. We will have all those products within this store under one roof, right? Similarly, if you take the example of Amazon, Amazon is, though it's an online marketplace, right? They have their warehouses all around the country, and you will see that and they also have this Prime membership. So say whenever you are purchasing something, you will see that it is not coming from one particular location, right? They have warehouses all around the country. So what happens is, they, if you have purchased say a detergent, and that warehouse is where these detergents are stacked, say they have stored these detergents 200 kilometers from your location, and other products are stored 700 kilometers from your location. So they don't have to travel, like they won't have to ship this product 700 kilometers, because they all have another warehouse, another inventory, which is just 200 kilometers from your location, and you will get that product much earlier, like in 1 or 2 days. But if that product has to come from 700 kilometers, it is not possible to get it delivered within 1 day or 2 days, right? To make this delivery easy, seamless, and hassle free, they have built their warehouses in such a way. They have basically built a network, right? And they also have a Prime membership, right? So it's basically an experience, right? What Amazon is doing, Amazon, as they claim that we are the most customer friendly company in the world, right? So they have positioned themselves in a way, they will do everything within their capability, within their reach, to lessen this time of delivering the product and making things easy and hassle free for you. All right, so you come again and again and again and again, you buy from Amazon, again and again you buy from Walmart, because they have positioned themselves in that way, right? You're near the shops nearby, the shops which are nearby from your house, that person who is running that shop will also keep trying to add more and more things in their shop, just to retain their customers, right? So that place where this distribution channel is where this distribution channel is happening, where this distribution is happening, is very important, right? If that place is not having all those things which a customer needs, then people will ditch that place and they will buy something from somewhere else, right? Wherever they are able to get more value and where they are getting more products, and it saves their time, right? So in some or the other way you will have to add value to the customer, right? And if we talk about the, so this was third P, which is pays, and the last one is promotions. Basically, this is the fourth P in this four P's of marketing. So promotions are basically all the means and activities used to showcase a products, services, value to an end customer, right? As I mentioned in the first like very beginning of this video, that whenever you are building a product, say you are manufacturing a furniture, and I just think that if I'm making a furniture and I'm putting in my inventory in my warehouse, and the people who are interested, they will directly come to my warehouse and they will buy from me, then I'm basically wasting my time, right? Because people have no idea that I am making furniture. For people to have that idea, I will have to put an ad, I will have to propagate this thing, I have to put this word out, right? Either through my friends or my like or my relatives or my neighbors or anyone, right? And if I have to reach much larger audience, I have to run ads on whole country, then I will go to Facebook ads, Google ads, right? If I have big budget, then I will go to television ads, radio ads, newspaper ads, right? All these means of all these means and activities where I'm showcasing my product or service to the end customer comes under promotions. Now this there are different means of promotions, right? There will be advertising, where you are running ads on television, on radio, on newspaper, and through digital means like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google. And then there are sales promotions, right? Then there are public relations, PR, and then there are personal selling. So there are different means, and we'll be covering all these things on the later parts of this series. And we'll also be covering the fundamentals of digital marketing, as I've said. That will be another playlist which will be starting very soon. And please stay tuned, and we will be covering all the fundamentals of marketing. After this, we'll be in next part, we'll be covering four C's of marketing, types of marketing, and what are the like most prominent strategies, like what are most common strategies businesses use to market their product, to advertise their product, right? The promotions and marketing and advertising, all those things. We'll also be covering the difference between marketing, advertising, PR, and all those things. We will be breaking down all these concepts, right? So stay tuned for with this like stay tuned for the further parts. And I would like request you all, I would recommend you all to like follow this whole playlist and watch all the videos, so you have an understanding, you have complete understanding of like uh, what all are the pillars and what all things which a marketing encompasses. So you have an idea and understanding whenever you are talking to a customer, when you are talking to a client, when you are talking to a business owner, whatever lingo and whatever terminology they are using, you are also well aware about those things, and you are able to explain to them as well, right? So that this is all for the first part, right? uh, Thanks for watching. If you found this useful, please like and share with people who may need it, right? Thank you.